I just hacked the Ice Yarn shipping problem. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Ice Yarns is located in Turkey and they have a tremendous selection of yarn. And that yarn is incredibly cheap. Not cheap like cheap quality, but it is incredibly inexpensive. The problem with it is that the shipping is quite high. Oftentimes the shipping price is like twice as much as the yarn. You might have $30 in yarn, but $70 in shipping. I found a way to get this yarn and try it out without the hefty price tag. I was so excited when I found this deal, and I am very excited to share it with you. I bought this yarn from a place in Wisconsin, an online only store called theyarnnut.com. I'm excited to share this information. She has got some great mystery bags. I did reach out to her after I had placed my order and gotten a little bit of extra information. So let's rewind this back and go back in time a couple minutes to me opening up this yarn mystery box. So let's open up this yarn haul. Since I ordered 2 of the smaller boxes, it did come shipped in this priority mail package, and there are 2 boxes inside and also a packing slip. It says Yarn Nut Yarn Store Yarn Mystery Box. Yarn contains wool, 3 skein sampler pack, yarnnut.com. So there's this one. On the top it says wool 3. And then this one, which is pretty tiny, it says same thing, Yarn Nut Yarn Store Yarn Mystery Box, contains 3 skein sampler pack. So here is that. I did bring up my scissors, so let's get started. I wonder what is in these. Like, this is small, so I'm assuming it's like the small, like more the little donut balls of yarn. They're both pretty light. This wasn't a pound one. This was just a 3 skein. All right, so we're starting here with the tiny one. Ooh, okay, so this is pretty. So we've got ice yarn, and this says Night Star. It is. I'm not familiar yet with how to read the ice labels. It does say that it is a 3 lightweight. It is 7% wool, 20% viscose, and 56% acrylic, and it does say metallic lurex, but it doesn't say how much. It says 3 to 4 millimeter US 3 to 6. I'm assuming that is knitting needles because when I have looked on the ICE website before, that is like they don't have crochet hooks listed. I think it is that chain spun. I'm going to bring it up here. It's very pretty. It has like it's a 3, but it's a nice 3. It doesn't feel super thin, and it's mildly fuzzy. It's got a little bit of a halo, and the shimmer in it is very, very pretty. I would not classify this as like the yarns with the glitter strands in it. Like, I have used the Halloween yarn from Hirschner's, and I have used the Red Heart shimmer. I have used Mainstays, one that has like the tinsel in it. I think I've used a Big Twist, and that all has like almost like a streamer in there. And yeah, this one does not. Like, it's got just bits of shimmer, so it is very, very subtle. Very, very pretty. So I'm going to pull out the next one here, and these two go absolutely gorgeous together right here. So I am assuming these are 50-gram balls. Let's see, does it say? Like I said, I'm not totally familiar with how these work because this is my very first encounter with ice yarns. So I'm assuming they're 50-gram balls. Okay, so this is, oh, so does this one say, oh yeah, this was called Night Star. Okay, so this one right here is called Mirella. I feel like I'm stumbling through this like I've never done a yarn haul before. So this has a little bit more information on here. It says 15% mohair, 35% acrylic, 40% polyamide, 10% metallic lurex, 4mm crochet hooks, and it says it is a lightweight 3, and this is amazingly soft. The other mohair yarns that I have touched have been a little bit more like grabby feeling, if that makes sense. And look how pretty this is. There's a little bit of a halo on there, and it is twisted. So you can see there's like the grays and the blacks and the white in there. It's almost like a greenish gray to it. Extremely pretty. And like I said, I am surprised at how soft this really is. So here are these two together. And then there's one more in here. Okay, you guys, this is their like famous rock star. So let's see what it says. It is 19% merino wool, 70% polyamide, and 11% acrylic, 50-gram ball. It is 115 meters. And they're saying a 4 to 5mm crochet hook, and they are saying this is a 4-weight yarn. I do feel like some of the labels, like they're not super consistent with how they're labeled. Like I don't know if it's saying on here, on this one, how many meters. Okay, so it does say. So this Night Star is 50 grams and 200 meters. The Marella, let me see if I can find it, 165 meters. I think I might be able to make a nice ear warmer out of this. And if I pair it with like some Hirschner's Afghan yarn, if I want to just bulk it up and make sure that it fits. And then this one right here, the Rockstar. I have seen so many hauls of people doing the Rockstar. So it is very pretty. And this is almost like a bluish gray color, maybe a little more of the blue with like a gray undertone. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure on the labels. They don't have a ton, or I guess I should say the labels aren't in necessarily a format that I am used to, but that's okay. So look how pretty that is. There is a ton of shine on this. And this is, it's got to be like that chain spun. So again, this is like a sampler. It is a mystery box sampler. And I'm not exactly sure what I would do with this one yet, because it is, like I said, it's a little bit less as far as 115 meters. I mean, obviously headband, of course, could be done out of this. This is probably one of them that I was the most curious about because I have seen so many people haul it. Let's see if I can show you that strand up close a little bit more. All right, so very happy, very pretty. I do think she kind of paired these together so that maybe you could do something with all three of them together, because that would be really pretty. You could definitely like do a hat. Even though this one says it's a 4, I think you could definitely put these all together in a project and have something very pretty. This is the one that I'm most, I like out of the 3, this one would be my favorite just because of the softness. But these are both very soft too. Like there is not really an issue, I don't feel like, of, yeah, having that on your face, unless you're allergic to wool. But very pretty there. So let's look at the next ones. I have to cut open the box. We got some color in this one. Okay, so again, these are also wool. So here is the first one, and I've never seen one like this. To me, this is very like springy colors. I've seen a lot of active wear in these colors right here. So this is called Fireworks. It says it's a lightweight. It almost looked like a 4, but I think it's a 3 light. It says to use 4mm needles. It's a 50-gram ball, 115 millimeters. It is 40% wool and 60% acrylic. When I touch this, it almost has a cottony feeling to me. It is chain spun. Look at that. That's fun. Those are very fun colors. And I like how it's got like that bright pink. And then I like how it has the grayish blue to go with it. I like that all paired together. That's very pretty. But yeah, very stretchy yarn. So this is fun. This is unexpected because like I said, it is woolen acrylic, but to me it feels very cottony and it is very stretchy. So very cool. I feel like this might be one where if you see it online, it might not do it justice as it does in person. Because I feel like the texture and the feel of it are really neat, but I'm wondering if maybe just like photographing it, you wouldn't really see the attributes of it. Yeah, I don't know. This is just really neat. Like I probably wouldn't have bought this online, but I really love it here in person. So I'm not sure what I'll do with this one yet, but there is this one. That one is Fireworks. And then what do we have here? This is called Paris. I feel like I'm having to concentrate so much because I'm just not like accustomed to their labels yet. 30% wool, 40% acrylic, 30% metallic lurex. It is, I think this one says it's a four weight, 5mm needles. And did I say 125 meters? And it is called Paris. So this is chain spun, and this has an orange, a purple, and it looks like, I would call this like a yellow color. This is very pretty, and it does have that, I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. Like the metallic in it, it is kind of similar to the Night Star. I mean, they're definitely totally different yarns. As far as weight, you can see a huge difference. But it's where the metallic is like really woven. It's like very fine metallic, and it's woven all the way through it. Like you can see it through the entire strand. And I think that might be why it's so much softer than some of the other yarns I have worked with that also have metallic in it, if that makes sense. Like you're not running your hand against like a metallic streamer on there. Being my first experience with ice yarn, like I know that a lot of them are going to be high quality just because it's not like it's a weird place. They make yarn for all of the huge brands. Like when you go on their website, you can see where they have Ogos on there, and they're literally the exact same colors as the like Karen one, you know, like the Karen Ogos, Yarn Inspiration. So they are manufacturing yarn for yarn companies. I had heard that, you know, that's who their main customers are, is the big yarn companies, but they do also sell to individuals. So I mean, I can't confirm that's true, but I believe that to be true. And when you see some different YouTubers posting videos where they're comparing like certain ones where they found like dupes for other ones. So it's not like I thought it was going to be chintzy quality or anything like that. But it, you know, it's just like a first experience with something is always different. So definitely, I mean, it's definitely, and they're nice yarns. This one is pretty colorful. I might like pair this one up with a black or a gray, something like that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I'm just like, kind of like I just don't know what to make yet. So I am not like the biggest mystery box orderer, just because I like to have projects in mind when I buy stuff. And then when I'm looking at it, my mind is just like reeling, trying to come up with something that would be good to make with it. So if I feel, or if it seems as though I'm like distant, it's because I'm like, my mind is just like the wheels are going, trying to figure out what to make with all of this. So there's one more in here. Remember, these were 3 skein mystery bags. So this one is more of an actual skein, not more of, this one's a skein. It is called Puzzle Wool. So it is 50% wool. It is 50% premium acrylic, 230 meters, 5mm knitting needles, which I'm not familiar with at all. And it is a 4-weight. It says made in Turkey. I think that's all the information on there. So this is very pretty. It is gray and it has hints of what looks like pink to me, and then a darker gray. I'm going to kind of peer into here and see if I see anything else, any other colors. Oh, it looks like pretty much what all is on the outside. So yeah, very pretty, very subtle. This one feels more like a wool than the other ones did, but this would obviously make great hat, just tons of stuff. I don't know, because it's called puzzle, if this is, you know, kind of like a take on the other puzzle yarn. The puzzle yarn that you get, I know it's at Walmart and I don't know where else it is. But I know with that yarn, that I believe is a 5-weight, and the balls are much larger than this. But I don't know if it's still kind of like the same, style a little bit. So very subtle and very, very pretty. So what's my hot take? This is all very nice yarn. Like I said, I'm just kind of like reeling, trying to figure out what I'm going to do with everything. I'm very pleased with everything. And I think she did a good job of like matching some fun stuff up to go with each other. So do you want to talk about price? Do you want to know what I paid for these 5 balls in 1 skein, 6 balls of ice yarns with 0 shipping? At the Yarn Nut store, these mystery boxes, the three pack of wool mystery box, are $9.99. But Gia at Yarn Nut has a special going on right now where if you buy 2 mystery boxes, you get $5 off. Basically, one of these boxes was $10 and the other box was $5. And that included shipping. This was shipped from Wisconsin and I am in Iowa. So I mean, it wasn't a huge shipping thing. It was shipped USPS. So I guess I don't know exactly what shipping was, but you know, you're still probably figuring at least $5 or $6 for shipping, a minimum. So I felt like I got a great deal. 6 balls of yarn was like $16, with $16.80 or $16.90, something like that with tax. So I thought that was great, and to get it shipped for free is amazing. After my yarn was on its way, I had contacted Gia and just at her email, yarn@yarnnut.com, just to ask her a couple questions to see if I could pass this along. And I will put the pertinent information down in the description box, so you don't have to like rewatch this if you miss something, that you can go down in the description box. I just told her that my yarn was supposed to be arriving on Thursday. I was very excited to get it, and I planned on doing an unboxing just to kind of share what I had gotten and what I had learned about it. And I just wanted to ask her a couple questions. The first question was, will you be closing for the season? I had seen her website like a year ago, or maybe even the year before that, and it is somewhat seasonal. So apparently Gia is a snowbird, but she will be going south again for the winter. So it says, I will be closing for winter. The Monday before Thanksgiving will be the last order date until around March of 2024. You're looking at probably like that 2nd or 3rd week in November through March, she will be closed. She may be doing some stuff from where she's at in Florida, but there's no like details per se on that. The next question I asked is if the $5 off 2 boxes sale would be continuing. And so she said, yes, $5 off 2 mystery boxes. And she was also adding $8 off of 3 mystery boxes. So that will be running until October 31st. So today is October 5th. I'm wearing my little spooky Halloween shirt just because of the timeliness of this video. But if you're watching this after that date, like I said, you can still follow her store. And even if it's during the winter months, you know, she will be back open in March. So it's not like it's closing for good. You didn't miss your chance forever. This sale of the mystery boxes will be going till Halloween, but she will be open for about 2 to 3 weeks after that. And she also let me know here that in the future, she will be adding crochet patterns for projects she's created. I was really happy. When I reached out, I did not know if she would get back to me or not, or, you know, if she would think I was a crazy person or whatever. It does say here she is open to the idea of curating a mystery box of what she has left in her inventory if there are like particular types of yarn you're looking for. But as of the time I'm recording this, there was a decent amount of stuff on the website. So she had mystery boxes of baby yarn. Okay, so right now everything is a mystery box, but she had like baby yarn, Christmas yarn, wool, non-wool. I think there was cotton. There was a bunch of different choices. I am extremely pleased with how this went. Like I said, I've never been a huge mystery box person per se. I'm just not a gambler, but I really, really wanted to try some ice yarn. I did not want to pay ice yarn shipping. So this was a total win for me, getting to check out some of these yarns and not have to order, number one, a giant quantity or spend $70 on shipping. So definitely a win for me. If you have any ideas about what I can make with any of this yarn, please let me know. I would love your opinions. Probably the most colorful ones are the ones that I would need the most help figuring out what to do with. I am sometimes kind of bland and plain. So also I would love to know, do you have, like, number one, have you tried ice yarns? Number two, do you have a favorite ice yarn? Or do you even think like ordering from Ice Yarns is worth it because of the shipping price? I would love to know. I'm very excited to share this information with you. I'm going to get it out very shortly, just in a couple days. And I hope that if you want to try some ice yarn but not have to pay exorbitant shipping, you give Yarn Nut a try and just, give this mystery box a chance and see what you think. If you do order one, let me know. I would love to know what you got, if it was different than mine or anything like that. If you love watching different yarn hauls and unboxings, I will have a playlist up here that you can check out. And for now, thank you so much for talking yarn with me. Bye, guys.